Did you know there's over $60 billion in unclaimed money? And guess who it belongs to? You. Hi, my name is Josh, and I used to work for the state of Utah's Unclaimed Property division. The most popular question I would get asked on a daily basis when I worked for the state was, is this a scam? I would then direct them to the state treasurer's office where they could find out if this was a legitimate program. If they still didn't believe me, I would tell them to do a simple Google search where they could watch videos from Maury Povich, Bill O'Reilly, Good Morning America, and of course Oprah. And if Oprah's talking about it, it's legit. Links below. So the question is, what is unclaimed money? Unclaimed money is considered unclaimed when a company loses contact with its owner. So that can be for many different reasons. If you've ever moved, if you've ever changed jobs, if you've ever lost track of an account that you've had, or if you've ever lost a loved one. There are many reasons why money becomes unclaimed, and there are many different forms and types of unclaimed money. Generally, a company has about 2 to 3 years to locate the owner of the money. If they don't, then they're required by the law to turn it over to the state of the last known address that they had on file for that person. If they didn't have an address for that person, for whatever reason, then they're required to turn it over to the state in which they are domiciled, or in which they are in. Once the money has been turned over to the state acts as a custodian and holds your money until you either find them or they locate you, of which they don't really have a lot of time to spend on locating you. In some states, they'll actually only hold your money for a certain period of time. In most, they'll hold it indefinitely. Now, the money doesn't just sit in an account like you would want or hope for, but the state guarantees that you will get your money. In the state of Utah, there's roughly $400 million in unclaimed money. In states like California, Texas, New York, there's over $1 billion in unclaimed money. Unclaimed money is more common than what most people think. I have 4 older brothers, of which 3 of them had unclaimed money. My wife had unclaimed money. My grandma and grandpa had unclaimed money. I've had many relatives and friends who have had unclaimed money. The first place that you're going to want to check is the states in which you've lived. Okay, now you can either do that by going to the individual state's website, or you can go to missingmoney.com. Now let's first talk about the state website. Now the easiest way to find your state's unclaimed property website is by simply going to Google and just doing a basic search. So let's say you lived in the state of California and you wanted to look at California's unclaimed property website. You type in California unclaimed property. Okay, now this first search result, obviously it's ending in .gov, as you can see right here, but this is the unclaimed property website for the state of California. So you're going to click on that. And so it's going to take you to the search page for unclaimed property. Next, you're going to come down here to this search box. And so if you're searching on behalf of an individual owner, then obviously you're going to want that checked. If you're going to be doing it on, searching for a business, you're going to click this box or this circle. So let's say your last name's Smith, first name John, and you want to see if there's any results. Click search, and it's going to pull up, if there is a match, it's going to pull up all of the John Smiths. Okay, so basically how you narrow this down is you just go through here and you look for addresses that you've lived at before. Clearly, there's a lot of John Smiths, so you could come up here and type in the city, and that will narrow it down for you a little bit more. But we're going to take a look at one of these properties. I'll just click on a random one. Oh, John Smith in La Mesa, California. You got $900, buddy. And it looks like it was reported by the state of Virginia. So basically, this is how you get the process started. You go and find the property that's in your name. If you scroll down here, you can see this box right here. It says claim this property. You click on that, and then you're going to fill out some information about yourself. And so they're going to ask you for, you know, your social security number or the tax ID number if you're doing it for a business. They're going to ask you for your email address, your phone number, and then if you continue to go on, it's going to allow you to print off a claim form. I'm just going to clarify this. In some states, they have what they call the fast track system, where based on the information that you put in, you may be able to circumvent some of that process. So you may not have to actually file a physical claim form with them. But most states, you're going to have to file a physical claim form. So you're going to fill out the information here, click continue, and it's going to take you to a place where you can print out a claim form, and it's going to have more information on there of what steps you're going to have to take in order to file this claim properly. And like I said, if you're looking for a business, you'll click this circle, and then you'll just type in the company name. Let's just say ABC Company, and wow, there's a lot of ABCs. There, it says there's over 1,184 underneath this name. So you can see that there's a lot of money out there that's just being held by the state that should be returned to its rightful owners, but the state obviously, you know, they only have so much capacity and ability to do so on their own. So that's why we're making this video. You can always contact the state, and they can do a more in-depth search to see if you have unclaimed money. It's that simple. Now, if you go to missingmoney.com, this website has been endorsed by over 40 different states. Okay, so it's basically a one-stop search for unclaimed money in over 40 different states, and I would highly suggest that you go there, because sometimes when companies report unclaimed money, there's errors. Sometimes they report wrong addresses, and in some cases the company doesn't have an address for you on file at all, so they report it to the state in which they're in. So be sure to go to missingmoney.com, and it's basically all the same. You type in your name and the state that you're looking for, and then you can actually go and select search all states. Okay? Or you can put in your company name if you're looking for a company. Another reliable website is naupa.org, N-A-U-P-A.org. There you can find pretty much everything that you need to know about unclaimed property, and links to all of the different states' unclaimed property programs. If you go to the tab that's listed as other sources for unclaimed property, there's even more unclaimed property programs out there than the ones that we've talked about. So be sure to check those out, because there's a chance that you could have more unclaimed property out there than that's being held by the states. So for fun, I decided to do a quick search to see if there's any YouTubers out there or celebrities that have unclaimed money. And this is what I found. Drum roll. The Shaytards, Casey LeVere, Daily Bumps, Arturo Trejo, Niga Higa, iJustine, Chester C, Fine Brothers, some dudes from Dude Perfect, Kobe Turner, Shane Dawson, Lisa Nova, Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, LeBron James, The Kardashians, Jimmy Fallon, President Obama, Brangelina, Eminem, Jay-Z and Beyonce, and Oprah Winfrey. So be sure to send them messages and let them know that they have unclaimed money. Now, in order to claim your money, you're going to have to provide some documentation. You're going to have to fill out a little bit of paperwork. It's really not that big of a deal. But I've actually created another video that goes through these steps on a general basis if you're filing on behalf of an individual, yourself, on behalf of a company, or on behalf of an estate or somebody who's deceased. So be sure to check that video out if you have any additional questions, okay? Please, 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 please leave me a comment below if you have found some unclaimed money in your name, and also include the dollar amount if you don't mind. People like to know if you actually found money, and they like to hear success stories. So please leave a comment below. I appreciate it. And if you insist on sending me money, a gift, jewelry, a warm hug through a Christmas card, I'm also going to include my mailing address below. And you can send it to there if you would like. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Please share this video. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you found the money that belongs to you.
Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.